let us go on to Larry King again.
Thanks, Jim. Wow, what an event. And by the way, just to, so she gets some credit, Vika Farahan is doing our interpreting tonight. She's an American formerly of the Soviet Union, and she's from Pinsk, where my late father was from Pinsk, my mother was from Minsk. That takes care of all the Minsks and Pinsks. What did you think, Nadia, of Svetlana's performance?
I knew Svetlana Boglinskaya before. She's a great gymnast, and she's still the best in the world, I think.
She's right now the best?
Yes.
Also,
and she's so sure in all the things that she's
Jim Simpson
doing.
said at 17, she's 17 now, she might be old for Barcelona at 19. What do you think of that?
In 1992, gymnastics is a sport you start earlier and finish earlier. And I think if she feels she's so old,
if you feel old, you're old.
Yes.
That's right, if you feel old, you're
Yes.
old. All right, what did you think, Olga, of her performance?
Здесь судьи поскупились, я бы поставила 10.
I think she deserves
Она
a 10.
действительно
She really did a
великолепная
remarkable job.
гимнастка, и
It's
я очень
marvelous.
сожалею, если мы ее не увидим в 92 году.
And I will feel really sorry if she won't make it till 1992 as a gymnast.
Так вот, надо собираться и ехать, вот какие у нас прекрасные девочки в
Something's
Минске.
wrong, right?
See, Larry, you and I should go to Minsk since we have such beautiful girls there.
Olga, come here. Come here, Olga. We go to Minsk.
Yeah.
The quiet night. I'm getting carried away here, Olga. I want to make a comment. The Soviet uniforms are beautiful. You mentioned they make you look slim.
Они худят, да?
Да, мне не верят, я всегда говорю, что черный и
I
белый
always
цвет
said that
худеет.
black and white looks great, and now finally they believed me.
И это мой самый любимый цвет.
It's my favorite color, you can see.
Yes, black and white.
Yeah.
I like the uniforms mean anything? Does it matter what you're wearing?
Имеет ли значение, что в чем мы одеты?
Конечно.
Yes,
It
Гимнастки
does.
гимнастки
matters
себя
a lot.
чувствуют, если они сами себе
a
нравятся,
gymnast feels herself better, she feels herself more beautiful.
если это
The
удобно.
better she is.
It has to be comfortable, it has to be attractive.
Do you agree?
Yes.
In other words, if they give you a drab looking like a yucky uniform,
No.
you'll perform worse.
No, I think that it's very important, the uniform, for the gymnast.
In other words, the better you feel, the better you perform.
Yes.
I want to even this up. Don't forget afternoon action this weekend on TBS. Goodwill game coverage starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, tomorrow and Sunday with Nick and Hannah. We're back at the International Broadcast Center here in Seattle. Let's get back to the latest gymnastics. Hannah Storm is at the Tacoma Dome tonight. Hannah?
Well, I don't think I sound like Hannah, Larry. We'll get to her in a moment, but take a look at the scores after 2 of the 4 rotations. By .025, the Soviets trail the United States. China is in this, and it is the United States leading after 2 rotations over the heavily favored Soviet Union with 2 more rotations to go. And now let us rotate down to the floor and Hannah Storm.
Thanks, and typical of Bella Karolyi's gymnasts of the USA team tonight, they're consistent, they're well prepared, and they are unafraid. Bella Karolyi, perhaps the world's best-known gymnastics coach, has made his mark on 2 continents, Romania and the United States. Bella Karolyi defected to this country in 1981 when his Romanian team was on tour here. We see Bella on the sidelines, the scowls, the smiles, those big bear hugs. But what we don't see is Bella's other side. He's perhaps the only Romanian cowboy in Texas.
I start my day at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock when I'm preparing the gym, preparing ready for workout, 7 o'clock workout almost every day. Then I'm leaving and I'm going out to the range. When I have, you know, the other side of my life. That's the one what keeps me probably going. The range is totally different than my profession. And the opposite activities, the totally different activities, I believe, you know, is a great, giving me a great balance, balancing out my interest, balancing out the effort, the mental concentration, everything which is involved in both sides. Ranching is not easy. Working with the animals, creating and making a living out of it is really, I promise, it's not easy.
Strong. All right.
Afternoon is again gymnastic coaching is not easy either. You need a lot of concentration, a lot of planning, an everyday control, minute by minute control. And I believe one without other, actually for me, won't work as well like in the combination how I'm doing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
After 8 years, finally, the long expected moment came. One of the senators from Texas handed out the diploma, and all three of us begged hard and been declared U.S. citizens, which was a very, very rewarding moment. That was something what always gonna stick with me. I consider myself a happy person and a lucky person at the time. I do 2 things or 3 things in my life, and all I love. I love my profession, I love ranching, and I love hunting. And I love my family too. And now when everything comes together, and I still have an opportunity to do all 4 or 5 of them, I think, you know, that's the greatest thing what you can ever expect, or the greatest wish what any human person can have, guaranteeing the happiness and fulfilling the so-called lucky status.
We have just seen the very gentle side of Abela Karolyi. There is another side in the gym. He is undoubtedly very strict. He is also very stern. He demands perfection. Not everybody agrees with his coaching method, but everybody agrees on one thing, and that is that Abela Karolyi has taught us all how to work harder. And you see the results here tonight, Larry.
Thank you, Hannah. We're going to go back out to Houston. And this is the site in Houston, Texas, that dynamic, very hot city in the month of July. Abela Karolyi's gym. And we're going to speak with young Hillary. What's your last name, Hillary?
Grivich.
Hi, Hillary. You're a close friend of Kim Zemaskal's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how's she doing so far?
She's doing really well. A couple of days ago, she discovered she had tendonitis in her wrist, and she wasn't sure if she was going to compete, but she's just blocking out the pain. She's doing really well.
And I've got Nadia sitting here. I've got Olga. I've got Hillary. How old is Hillary?
13.
13. Are you going to be on our next team? You'll be 15. You'll be ready to compete internationally.
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Why, Hillary? Why'd you take this up?
When I was 3, my mom started teaching a little Tiny Tots class in a gym, and I wanted to go. And then when I was 7, I came to Abela Karolyi's camps in Houston, and I thought it was just great, and so I just kept going from there.
Are you a Houstonian?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Houston.
What do you like most about it?
It's sunny most of the time.
No, I mean, what do you like most about gymnastics?
Oh.
I can see where you took that as Houston, but I'm into Minsk and Pinsk. I got enough with Houston. Okay. No, why do you like gymnastics so much?
It's a challenge, and it's a lot of fun.
What are you best at?
Probably beam.
And what's the hardest?
My hardest is bars. Bars is the hardest for me.
And how good a coach is Bella?
He's really good.
Is he easy or tough?
He's tough.
How often do you go to class?
Every day. Well, 6 days a week. Twice a day.
Wow. Hillary, good luck to you. We'll be following your career.
Thanks.
And we'll pass your best wishes along to Kim. And we'll be back with lots more gymnastics and men's basketball. The United States takes on Brazil. Winner goes to the Gold National Broadcast Center. I'm Larry King. To my left is the great Olympian Nadia Comaneci. To my right, the great Olympian Olga Korbut. It's opening night of ladies gymnastics. Quick score: Yugoslavia and the Soviet Union. Yugoslavia in basketball, 71. The Soviet Union, 68. About 5 minutes to play. 3-point lead for the Yugoslavs. The winner plays the United States-Brazil winner for the gold medal Sunday. You'll see the United States-Brazil game coming up. Right back out to the Tacoma Dome and Jim Simpson. Jim?
All right, Larry, the Soviet Union still trying to catch the Americans, with the Americans yet to go in the second half of this, the third rotation. And let's go back in time for just a moment to Natalia Kalinina, 16 years old, out of the Ukraine, and this is her performance on the floor exercises. Kathy Johnson will be quick to tell you the Soviets are simply superb in this event.
They are exquisite in this event. They not only have the dance, the tumbling, they have everything for this event. And they combine it beautifully. A double layout with a perfect landing. Look at the expression. and the choreography. They truly strive for perfection. They do all the difficult elements and make them picture perfect. For her middle tumbling run, she performed a full twisting double back into a back handspring, straddle jump, tumbles back the other direction to a layout step out. Many of the gymnasts here do the full twisting double back as their opening pass. They do everyone else's difficulty and more in the same routine. And if I sound like I'm a fan of the Soviet floor routines, I am. It's just beautiful. Another full twisting double back. Drops it right in with a perfect landing again. What more can you say? It's just gorgeous.
She had a 9.887, besting her teammate Lysenko at a 9.875, but Boginskaya followed with a 9.925. So the Soviets have come on strong in this, their great event, the floor exercise. And again, to Kalinina. Italian, great performance.
It's hard to believe that someone with such grace and poise can tumble like this as well. Nice high double layout. One of the more difficult passes being done. This is a very exciting pass. She goes through to a full twisting double back and tumbles right out of it. And ends again with a very difficult final tumbling run. A full in, and does it perfectly.
The Soviets have completed their third rotation. The Americans will be on the vault. Next up, at the end of 2, the United States was leading, and they've got to do some work on the vault to stay that way.
You can see right over here just the hundreds, some of the hundreds of little girls that work out with Bella Caroli at his gym in Houston. Bella Caroli also has 3 of the 4 gymnasts representing the USA tonight. Among them, Kim Zmeskal, only 14 years old. She spent half her life at Bella Caroli's gym there. And the huge hopes of the United States gymnastics program rest in that tiny little 70-pound body. Now let's hear the journey from the girl that Bella Caroli says is a sleeping cat with a tiger's soul.
My journey to the Goodwill Games began here in Houston at Caroli's gym, only I started before Bella was even here. I started gymnastics when I was 6, and Bella came about a year later. I was in the original Hope group. It was a group which Bella and Marta selected after, looking at all the girls at about the age of 7 or 8. I'm not an average teenager. I'm 4'5" and 71 pounds. Like when I first came to school, they were like, "Are you sure she's in what grade you said she was in? She looks like she's in 2nd grade." I'm used to it now. I want to be tall enough to be able to wear, like kind of clothes that I want to. I have a hard time shopping.
Not too big.
I think they're supposed to be short.
Oh, yeah, I know.
In gymnastics, being small helps a lot, with a smaller body to carry around, it makes tricks a lot easier. Right now, I'm looking forward to competing at the Goodwill Games, and the next year's World Championships, and then the Olympics in '92. After '92, I'd like to be a normal teenager.
One almost forgets that these national and world champions are just teenagers. Svetlana Boginskaya still plays with dolls. That makes their courage, consistency, and cool all the more amazing. Jim?
All right, Hannah. The United States trying to upset the Soviet Union. They will now need, for their 3 vaults, 29.662 total, which would average 9.887 to tie the USSR. Amy Shearer will be first up